Hi everyone, and welcome to a painting guide for this Dutch infantryman from the War of the Austrian Succession. And this is part of the Flags of War Miniatures new Kickstarter, which has gone live and I think is already funded. So let's start off by painting his coat in Army Painter Spaceship Exterior. Also use this on the gaiters. And trim around the top of the hat. On the back of the model we can do the gaiters and back of the trim as well. With some Army Painter Deep Blue I'm going to paint his coat. We're avoiding the cuffs and facings and turnbacks. They will be a different colour. The blue will require a second coat, so while I wait for that to dry, we'll paint the flesh with some Army Painter Kobold skin. The facing colour varies per regiment. We'll go for one of the red faced regiments. I believe one is the Oranje-Groningen regiment, pronounced terribly no doubt. Army Painter Pure Red. So when we talk about facings, we're talking about the cuffs, the lapels, so either side of the open jacket. There's also going to be collars and turnbacks as well. So they're all going to be in pure red. Tackle the wood of the musket next. Some Army Painter Oak Brown. I don't mind at all if I get some over some of the metalwork on the musket. We will be painting over that with a metallic colour later. Let's work on some black details. Army Painter Matte Black here. So there's the hat. I'm going to try and avoid the lace rim on the hat. Leave that in the Spaceship Exterior painted earlier. So we'll paint the inside of the top of the hat, if that makes sense. That we tidy up later. So our bow on the hat, put that in black as well. Here I will cover in the black as well. Other details to be done in black are the cartridge box, our scabbard and sword hilt, boots, and there's also a strap around the gaiter. So we'll pick that out in the black as well. Paint the straps. They would be buff straps. So from the Army Painter range I'm using Banshee Brown. So across the chest on the musket and our belt around the middle. Metalwork such as the bayonet, the musket barrel, and buttons. Picking this all out with Army Painter Plate Mail Metal. Some gold Use this to pick out the hilt of the sword and also the buckles. I'm going to apply some washes now. If you wanted to do one all over wash, I'd maybe suggest strong tone if you're using Army Painter. It's a good middle ground for doing the darker and lighter colours on the model. I'm going to use separate washes for the different areas. I have some flesh wash, and all the washes I'm going to use are mixed in a 1-to-1 ratio between the wash and the Quickshade Mixing Medium to thin them out a little. That means there's less pooling, less tide marks, I find. Now I have some soft tone. Applying this to whites, reds and buff. Last wash colour is dark tone. Again diluted 1-to-1. And doing this on the blue of the jacket plus the musket. After the wash is all dry, we'll highlight back up with the base colours, with one exception, which is for the black. I have some Army Painter Wolf Grey, and just with some little lines I can pick out the edges. So I've been back over with all the base colours, leaving a bit of the shaded colours in the recesses only. One area on the model that's probably always worth going to the trouble of doing another highlight on is the face. That's what everybody's going to look at when they look at the model. So Army Painter Corpse Pale, and it's just really a couple of dots. Tip of the nose, cheekbones. In fact, on this model, the other one is recessed, so I wouldn't even worry about it. And just a bit above the eye. It can make all the difference. The eyes on this model are quite large, so it may well be worthwhile having a go at doing the eyes on a model when they are sculpted like this. Usually on 28mm models, especially for rank and file, I wouldn't bother. But we're up for a challenge today. Let's try and do this on camera. So we've got a bit of the Spaceship Exterior. And obviously using black paint and a thin brush is one way to do a pupil. But I think an easier way is to get a pen. I have a Staedtler pigment liner 0.05mm tip. And that will make this job a bit easier. So I messed up the left eye a bit. Pen has gone onto the eyelash, so we'll come back with a bit of Kobold skin and the eyelash, the eyelid, and we'll come back with a bit of Kobold skin and cover that over. Here's our finished Dutch infantryman for the War of Austrian Succession. I hope you've enjoyed watching this painting guide and, like me, are impressed by the quality of the sculpts. I'll put a link to the Kickstarter below. I think it's got another week or so to run. And as I say, it's already funded, so just building towards stretch goal of extra figures for your money. Thanks for watching, and I'll be back soon with some more videos. Bye bye.